Welcome, and thank you for your interest in participating in the City of Los Angeles 2023 Special Election for Council District 6. The following is part 2 of a two-part series of presentations which provide a comprehensive insight into the city's candidate filing process and how to successfully become a certified candidate on the April 4th, 2023 ballot. If you haven't done so already, please view part 1 of the series titled Candidate Filing Presentation, Declaration of Intention. While we hope that these presentation videos help you become familiar with the process and prepare the documents required, please note that you will be provided with all of the forms and step-by-step instructions when you file in person. This presentation will focus on the important dates and documentation required for the nominating petition process. All candidate filing processes take place in person at the City Clerk's Election Division office located on the 3rd floor of the Piper Technical Center at 555 Ramirez Street, space 300 and 375 respectively, Los Angeles, California 90012. Office hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. It is recommended that you call our office to make an appointment so our staff can be prepared for your arrival. Finally, pursuant to Ordinance 187219, proof of either full COVID-19 vaccination or negative COVID-19 test result conducted within the last 72 hours will be required to enter city buildings. Please remember to also bring your identification for the vaccine check. If you are unable to show proof, a staff member will be able to assist you in a designated area outside of our office. To slow the spread of coronavirus, COVID-19, the Office of the City Clerk Election Division strongly recommends wearing a face mask to enter city buildings. Please note that while it is strongly recommended, it may be required at the time. As discussed in Part 1 of these candidate filing presentations, the second step in running for office is to circulate and file nominating petitions. The first day to obtain your nominating petition is Monday, December 5th, 2022. The first day to file your nominating petition is Monday, December 12th, 2022. The last day to obtain and file your nominating petition is Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. Only nominating petitions issued by the City Clerk will be accepted by our office. Please note, our office will be closed on Monday, December 26th, 2022, and Monday, January 2nd, 2023, in observance of the Christmas Day and New Year's Day holidays, respectively. Please allow ample time for travel, traffic, parking, checking in with security, and COVID-19 vaccination checks prior to your appointment time. Our doors close promptly at 5 p.m., and you will not be allowed inside once we close. No exceptions. Only the nominating petition forms provided by the City Clerk Election Division will be accepted. These forms may not be photocopied or reproduced in any way. Replacement petitions will be provided upon request. You may also assign an authorized representative to pick up and/or file your petitions on your behalf. Please make sure to submit an authorization letter stating the full name of the representative, your signature, the date, and specify which actions they are authorized to do on your behalf. If you plan to have one person pick up and a second person file your petitions, the letter of authorization needs to state both names and the actions each person is authorized to do. Representatives will be required to show their identification and must have all required items needed for petition pickup or petition filing. In order to qualify as a candidate, you must pay a filing fee of $300 and file between 500 and 1,000 signatures, of which 500 must be valid. This filing fee can be waived if you file between 1,000 and 2,000 signatures, of which 1,000 must be valid. Basically, you either pay $300 and file 500 valid signatures, or file 1,000 valid signatures at no cost. Now let's take a closer look at the required documents that must be filed during the nominating petition process. These forms will only be available in our office during the weeks of December 5th, 2022 to January 4th, 2023. Exhibit 1. The nominating petition is comprised of 100 sections. which is enough to gather up to 2,000 signatures. If any petition section is lost, damaged, or improperly executed, we will provide you with replacement petition sections for those sections only. If the original petition section is found after we issue you a replacement petition section, the original is void and you cannot file the original petition section. All sections are numbered. Keep track of the petition section numbers issued to each circulator. You will be required to provide our office with the section number in order for us to issue you a replacement petition section. All petition sections, including replacement petitions, must be filed together as one document with the City Clerk's office. Exhibit 2. Instructions for petition signers are stapled to each nominating petition section. This document provides instructions to voters on the petition signing process. In addition to English, these instructions are available in the city and federally mandated languages of Armenian, Chinese, Farsi, Hindi, Japanese, Khmer, Korean, Russian, Spanish, Tagalog, Thai, and Vietnamese. Please note the instructions for petition signers must remain stapled to the petition section while circulators are gathering signatures and when you file the petition sections with our office. Exhibit 3. The Candidate Guidelines for Circulating Petitions provides the candidate with some basic guidelines on how petitions should be circulated, as well as suggestions on where to obtain signatures and other helpful tips. Details and guidelines mentioned in this document will be helpful to you and anyone gathering signatures on your behalf. Speaking of circulators, let's briefly review the requirements to be a circulator. Circulators must be at least 18 years of age, and only one circulator may circulate each petition section. If you, as a circulator, collect 5 signatures and you decide to stop collecting signatures for that section, you may not give it to another circulator to complete. Please note that legal requirements for petitions may vary between state, county, and local agencies. Rules for this nominating petition are governed by the City of Los Angeles' Charter and Election Code. We want you to succeed. Train your circulators. The documents provided to you will benefit you and your signature gatherers. Training your circulators will help to prevent common errors that may impact the validity of your petition. Exhibit 4. The instructions for circulators contains all of the information and instructions circulators will need to successfully circulate your petition. It covers who may sign the petition, how to sign the petition, validating petition sections, and other suggestions for circulators. Exhibit 5. The example for completing the circulators section provides instructions on how to properly complete the circulator's affidavit, which is a critical component and must remain attached to the petition. This document is translated into all 12 mandated languages. As some of the most common petition errors are found on the affidavit, please ensure that the circulator has signed and dated this affidavit after all the signatures on that petition form has been collected. For any errors, please cross out the information, initial, and write in the correct information adjacent to the error. We will now share some helpful tips and guidelines that will help you and your circulators when circulating and gathering signatures. Create your signature gathering strategy. Develop a plan and execute your plan. For example, walking door to door within a jurisdiction greatly increases the likelihood of signers being registered within the applicable jurisdiction. Circulating at a public supermarket might get you more signatures, but this also increases the likelihood of signers being outside the jurisdiction and may require more signatures to be submitted. A circulator log with the circulator's name, address, phone number, and petition sections assigned is an essential tool for you. It will be your responsibility to track and contact any of your circulators should our office need additional information about your petition. Street indexes may help to develop walking maps for door-to-door signature gathering. You can obtain the county's current street index of registered voters on the county's website by visiting lavote.gov. On the county's website, you may also purchase voter registration files and street index reports. By typing Street Index in the search box, you will be directed to the page which provides purchase information for the street index. By typing Maps in the search box, you will have the opportunity to view precinct maps that are district-specific. The Registrar Recorder County Clerk is the custodian of all voter records, so please check their website for contact information, report information, and maps. Now let's briefly discuss signer requirements. First, they must be a registered voter in good standing. Second, the voter's registered residential address must be within the boundaries of CD6 in order to count as a valid signature. Petition signers often do not know which district they live in, and therefore, as a circulator, you should know the boundaries of the district you are circulating in and ask where they are registered to vote. We recommend using an ink pen when signing a petition, as pencil marks can be erased and markers may bleed through. Please note, a voter may sign more than one candidate's petition for the same office. However, a voter may not sign the same candidate's petition more than once. Here is a close-up of a signature petition line. Again, each petition section contains enough spaces for 20 signatures. The signer must provide a valid name and signature. The name and signature should match the signer's voter registration record. In the event of a name change, such as marriage, the new last name will be accepted as long as the former name is also included. Mary J. Parker, Watson, where Watson is her maiden name and included here in parentheses, while Mary J. Parker is her married name. The address should match the voter registration record to be considered a valid signature. A complete address should include a house number, street name, city, and zip. Some addresses might include a fraction. Please include a unit number or apartment number if one exists. Each signer must write the date they signed the petition. Without a date, the signature will be considered invalid. The date of birth field is optional, but it is highly recommended as it is helpful during the signature verification process. For any errors, please cross out the information, include their initials, and write in the correct information adjacent to the error. Here is a brief video to show you the step-by-step petition signature gathering process.
Ah, the city of Los Angeles. Mile upon mile of concrete jungle. Out there in that vast wilderness, a unique yet little-known activity is taking place. Petition circulation. Today, we'll take a never-before-seen look into the lives of petition circulators. Out in the vast savannah, potential signers move about their business like so many bees in a hive. The lone circulator, who must be at least 18 years of age, faces two primary problems: finding enough signatures and ensuring that those signatures have the quality to pass the petition review. As you can see, just getting a signer can be a waiting game. At last one appears, but the circulator's job is far from over. First, the circulator will establish that the signer is a registered voter and within the correct jurisdiction. She then carefully monitors the signing, making sure each of the fields, name, address, signature, is filled out correctly. A mistake here could invalidate that signature. The residential address must be filled out completely. Now she reminds the signer of the day's date. Many signatures have been invalidated due to an error or failing to complete that one critical field. Our circulator will be repeating this signing ritual multiple times over the course of a day, each time observing to make sure it is completed correctly. But mistakes do happen. A forgotten signature, a P.O. box for the address, The quest for quality signatures can be daunting, but our circulator presses on. The end of the section. Filled with signatures, only the final touches remain before its completion. Now the circulator takes some time to review the section, on the lookout for any grievous errors. At the sight of the line with no signature, she can't help but dejectedly sigh. Nothing can be done to rectify this line, nor the next line with the P.O. box. She will have to strike it from the section. The use of a thick black marker makes it clear the line is not to be counted in the petition. She knows better than to use whiteout. This section is nearly done. However, the most critical part of the circulator's task remains: filling out the affidavits. An improperly executed affidavit can invalidate an entire petition section. Hours of work all for naught. Filling out the affidavit is not difficult. The circulator just needs to be paying attention. The affidavit should be the final part filled out on a petition section, lest she accidentally invalidate lines by signing the affidavit prior to gathering the signatures. She carefully fills out her name, residence address, and today's date, noting the day, month, year format. After signing and filling in the final address, the section is complete. This section is just one of many that will make up the petition. But our circulator can take pride in knowing her part of the process.
Before filing your petition, here are some key things to do and know to save time and avoid any headaches. As a reminder, please call our office to make an appointment prior to filing your petition. Please plan ahead, as it can be a 1 to 2 hour process. Note that the petition verification processes are all handled in the order received. When filing the petition, our staff will conduct a preliminary count of signatures to ensure that you have both the minimum number and not more than the maximum number of signatures you may file. Please recall that there are specific ranges of signatures you may file, contingent upon whether you pay the $300 filing fee or not. You should have a rough idea of how many signatures you are submitting. If you have more signatures than what is allowed or have incomplete signature lines, please cross out those signature lines with thick marker before you file. If not, you will be asked to cross them out before your petition will be accepted, which can be a time-consuming process. If you plan to pay the filing fee, bring cash or a personal or campaign check. Make checks payable to City of Los Angeles, and make sure to bring your state-issued ID. Again, you may assign an authorized representative to file your petitions. Please make sure to submit an authorization letter stating the full name of the representative, your signature, the date, and specify which actions you are authorizing they may do on your behalf. Representatives will be required to show their identification and must have all required items needed for petition pickup or petition filing. Once you file your petition, an official count of signatures will be conducted before the official petition verification process. This is also when we may contact the designated representative if any circulator issues are encountered. If you file earlier, you will know sooner whether your petition qualifies, which may allow time to circulate a supplemental petition. If you file later, you allow yourself more time to gather signatures, but you may not have time to receive, circulate, and file a supplemental petition. For any nominating petition submitted, the city clerk has 10 days to verify that there is a sufficient number of valid signatures to qualify the candidate for the ballot. If a petition lacks the sufficient number, the candidate will be notified by the city clerk. It is extremely beneficial to submit the petition as soon as possible. By doing so, the candidate may have time to circulate and file a supplemental petition. Supplemental petitions are available from our office as long as they are filed in our office before the final filing deadline of Wednesday, January 4th, 2023 at 5 p.m. After submitting the supplemental petition, the city clerk has another 10 days to verify those signatures and make a final determination. Candidates will be notified of their petition status upon completion of the review. We will not accept any petitions after 5 p.m. on any business days during the filing period. No exceptions. Finally, here's a brief video that takes you step by step through the petition filing process.
Welcome. After picking up and circulating your nominating petition, the next step is to file it with the City Clerk Election Division. This video will provide you with tips and strategies to be better prepared and to know what to expect when you file your petition. Prior to filing, you should review each section to make sure that the instruction for petition signers' sheets are still attached to the signature pages and that the circulator affidavit is correctly completed. If not, this is the time to contact your circulator to make those necessary corrections. Place all petition sections being submitted into numerical order. If you received and circulated any replacement sections, include them when filing your petition. Know the total number of petition sections and approximate number of signatures you are planning to file. If you plan to pay a filing fee, be sure to bring payment at the time you file your petition. The City Clerk Election Division accepts only cash or checks as payment. Checks should be made payable to City of Los Angeles. Upon arrival to file your petition, you may have to wait to be assisted. Petition filings are handled on a first-come, first-served basis. Your petition filing may take from 1 to 2 hours, so plan your trip accordingly. The doors close promptly at 5 p.m., no exceptions. Once you are ready to file your petition, you or an authorized representative can do so in person at the City Clerk Election Division office. Your representative will need to bring identification and a signed letter from you stating that he or she is authorized to file the petition. Do not forget the filing fee if applicable. If you file your petition early and it is found to have an insufficient number of valid signatures, you may have an opportunity to file a supplemental petition before the petition filing deadline. A supplemental petition may be picked up, circulated, and filed with the City Clerk Election Division by the petition filing deadline. There are no extensions. Petitions are processed in the order they are received. The City Clerk Election Division has 10 days from the day you file to verify your petition signatures and provide you with the results and status of your candidacy. The deadline to file your petition is a legal deadline, and there are no extensions. City Clerk Election Division staff will contact you by telephone and follow-up letter within 10 days of your petition filing to inform you of the signature verification results. If your petition is found to contain sufficient valid signatures, you will be certified as an official candidate. These are the important dates to remember for your nominating petition submission. To check the status of your filed petition, you may view the Nominating Petition Filing Report located on the City Clerk Election Division's website. You can subscribe to candidate-related updates to receive this report via email. The City Clerk Election Division is committed to providing you with the information you will need to become a candidate. For additional assistance, call the Election Division at 213-978-0444 or visit our website at clerk.lacity.org/elections.
This concludes the second and final part of our candidate filing presentation. Thank you for your participation, and please contact us with any questions.